Money saving tips when living on one income. Basically, I'll just start off this video by saying that personally, being a stay-at-home mom was the best choice that my husband and I could make for our family. I will say that as my preference, I know that it's not everybody's, and that's fine. But for us and our family, it's really what it's the best decision that I feel like we ever made. The first thing that I have is sacrifice. It's a huge sacrifice. I mean, everybody knows whether you work, whether you stay at home, having kids is a huge sacrifice. You are giving and giving and giving of yourself all the time. It sometimes feels like they are just sucking the life out of you. But to me, it's just worth it. Like, we sacrifice in ways. The first thing that I have on here is that we don't have cable, which for me is not that big of a deal. We haven't had it for 5 years, so I don't even know what's on TV. I live off Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that, so it's really not that big of a deal to me. But you know, my kids don't need cable. They have Netflix, and there's tons of shows on there. I think a lot of people are going in that direction now, and we pay $8 a month for Netflix, and that's all we pay. I mean, we do have internet, but no cable package, and we rarely buy ourselves clothes, and this is something that's hard for me because I like clothes, I like fashion, I like to be trendy and like in style and not like a hag of a mom, but I just find ways around it. If we absolutely need something, we go to Burlington Coat Factory and TJ Maxx and places like that where you can get somewhat quality stuff for cheap. Or honestly, I wait until Christmas, I wait until my birthday, and I ask for gift cards, or I have my mom take me out and get a few tops or whatever. But we haven't bought ourselves clothes in a really long time. The shirt that I'm wearing was a gift. So, you know, we just kind of sacrifice that way. The second thing, which I think is a huge expense for everyone, is groceries. I spend between $250 and $300 a month on groceries. We are a family of 4. Although Lennox isn't eating tons, she has started solids, and I do make my own baby food. So that's an expense. I mean, that's added produce, you know, and so how I do that, $250 to $300 a month on groceries, is Aldi, my favorite store on the planet. Look it up. And I really researched Aldi. I had a hard time at first switching to like a discount grocery store because I thought I was gonna have to buy crap. I thought I was gonna it was gonna be junk, and you know, I was never gonna be able to feed my family with healthy stuff, but that's wrong. Sorry, I hear my 3-year-old upstairs. I don't know where I was because I just went upstairs. Okay, so I was talking about Aldi. Let me think. Okay, I did a lot of research. I said that. Preservatives, there are things that aren't allowed in Europe that are allowed here. Okay, also, they have a really big line of organic, it's called Simply Nature, and I can buy organic milk, which I have. Jameson has always drank organic milk, organic lettuce. There's fruit snacks that are no artificial color, no preservatives, lots and lots and lots of healthy options. Health and wellness are a big thing to us in our family, and this allows us to shop on a budget without sacrificing that, which is huge. Also, another thing that's really, this is number 3. This is so hard. Was really hard for me to get used to. With the first part of it is not hard for me to get used to. It's wonderful. About 2 to 3 nights a week, I do not cook because that saves on meal stuff like meats and stuff like that. So we will have cereal, we will have pancakes, we will have eggs and bacon, breakfast foods. I mean, we do that 2 or 3 nights a week where I just don't cook, or we have a peanut butter and jelly. I mean, it's not going to kill your family to have a peanut butter and jelly for dinner or a bowl of cereal. So we do that 2 or 3 nights a week to save on groceries and the amount that we have to buy. You can throw fruit in there or a veggie. I'm all about frozen vegetables, so I have tons in my freezer. But okay, so this part of it was really, really hard for me to get used to because I grew up in a family, a middle-class family, but we never really wanted for anything. And my mom was the type of person who, like, if you ran out of rice, you had an extra bag of rice in the pantry. Things just never ran out. You had a constant supply. And we do where we don't go grocery shopping until we are out of food. I mean, I may go and pick up a bag of apples and bananas and stuff like that because that stuff runs out, and I'm not gonna sacrifice the health of my kids, or ourselves. But as far as like food, if you're in the mood for something and it's not in the house, you have to pick something else to eat. Sorry, like you don't really have a choice. I'm not gonna run out to the store and get rice because I'm in the mood for rice with dinner that night. I'm gonna have to make whatever is in the pantry, couscous or whatever else I have on hand. That's what I'm gonna have to make. That was really hard for me. It still is sometimes because I want to just buy. Another way, I think we're on number 4, maybe, is that I breastfeed for a whole entire year until my kids can go on milk. And I know that that's not an option for all women. And I'm so sympathetic to that. And I'm not saying like you have to breastfeed, but that's just a way that we save money. I believe it's good for my babies and it's good for me and my body, but honestly, it's cheap. Formula is really expensive, so I hate pumping. I hate it, but I dedicate myself to it for a whole year, and that way we don't have to buy formula and we can just go from breast milk and transition them right to cow's milk or almond milk, which is what my kids, what I'm going to start Lennox on and what I started Jameson on was rice milk and almond milk. And it's just cheaper that way. So I do that. We both do things on the side. My husband is a wedding DJ, and I help him coordinate weddings and stuff like that. And I also sell Advocare, which is a health and wellness products. I'm not really a crazy saleswoman. I'm not really that big on sales, but I really love the products, and I feel like if other people ask me about them, or if they are interested in a healthier lifestyle or working out and stuff like that, that I can just talk to them about it and have them try some products. So it's something I believe in, which makes it a lot easier. So I don't really have to pitch it. But honestly, anything you can do on the side, if it's making you $50 a month, it's better than not making $50 a month. $50 a month is 1 tank of gas, is, a night to splurge and go out or whatever. I just believe that whatever you can make extra will help. We have old cars. We buy used cars. Actually, my husband's car we bought new, but that was before we got married, and it's paid off. And we have 1 car payment for our minivan, which we bought used, and we don't have that much left on it, and we will drive those cars until we absolutely have to get another one. We don't like to have more than 1 car payment. Another way is we take all the hand-me-downs we can get. If someone is willing to give us something, we don't let pride get in the way, you know? If it's not maybe the best outfit that you would want to put your kid in, put them in it when they're at home. I mean, it saves you money regardless. And you know, we do buy stuff for our kids, and we get stuff on sale, and cute things that we pick out and want to get them, but those are things that maybe you save for when you go to church, or when you're at a friend's house, or when you want your kids to look cute. And when they're at home, I mean, who really cares if they're in sweats from Walmart? Who cares? I mean, it's not a big deal. Also, another big thing, this is the last thing I have, is that I really try, and now I don't want to step on any toes, because I think that everybody has a reason for doing what they do with their family, and that's fine. But we really try not to feed into what society says as far as like, you need to have your kids in 1 million activities. Jameson is 3 years old. He has never been part of a class, like a gym class at Little Gym, or we've never done preschool of any type. I plan on homeschooling, so I don't plan on ever putting my kids in school, but we've never done it. And it's so funny to me, because the second that Jameson turned 2 years old, everybody was like, oh, is he going to preschool? And in my head, I'm thinking, like, I didn't go to preschool till I was 4, like the year before I went to kindergarten. So it just seems odd to me that I feel like today society's like pushes just all these activities, and soccer and basketball and gym classes, and which are great and engaging and wonderful, but I just don't believe personally that it's necessary yet. Jameson does Awana at church, which is $46 for the whole entire year. He also does Sunday school on Sundays, which is free. And he comes with me on Tuesday mornings to Bible study, which I paid $26 for the year for Bible study, and he and Lennox go to childcare there. So they're getting socialized, and they're interacting with other kids, and they're meeting friends, and they're, you know, listening to another adult other than myself and my husband. But it's inexpensive. I mean, so I just think that there's ways around that. But that's all I have. I hope these tips can help someone. If not, maybe you're just interested in hearing how we do it. You know, and it's hard, and I'm not going to pretend like I don't desire sometimes to just be one of those people who could go out and buy clothes and get my kids cuter stuff, and because I do, and I struggle, and I have days where I wish and, you know, am down because we don't have those things. But I also know that those things in the grand scheme are not important, and those things are not going to be things that my children remember from their childhood. They're going to remember being with their mom and, you know, and their dad and interacting with us. It's not going to be material things that they remember. And I just know, I live on the truth that God will provide for our needs, and he does. He always does. And I will just leave with a quick story that last week I hit a curb. I'm not the best driver in the world. I try. I wasn't doing anything illegal. I wasn't texting. I wasn't on my phone. I just wasn't paying attention, I guess. And blew out our front tire, and the back tire bubbled. So we had to get it towed because we don't have a spare tire. And we get it towed to Honda, and we had known that our car needed work. We knew that we needed brakes and alignment and stuff like that. And so we were nervous, but we just trusted that God would provide the money somewhere. And we took it in. They said we need 4 new tires because my other 2 weren't good either. And Anyway, the final bill ended up being $1,700, which through God's provision, the day after Honda had called, we got a ring, the doorbell rang, and it was a check that we were waiting on from this. We sold our house in North Carolina, but we weren't sure when it was going to come. It literally came the day, hours after Honda called and told us how much this was going to be. So God provides. I am a testament of his provision. Every single month, you know, we think, dang, how are we going to pay this? How is this going to happen? And God will provide for your needs. He's not going to provide me with the clothes that I want and, you know, the new purse that I want or whatever. He's not going to necessarily provide that, but he will provide for your needs, and you'll be okay. And, you know, one day, it'll be different, but it'll be worth it. So anyway, I hope that encourages everyone that's maybe thinking about it or wondering just how we do it. So have a good night.